Instructions for complete worksheet and fill handle. Go ahead and open the attached Excel workbook. So you have two worksheets. One's called Fabulous Fruit and the other is Autofill Handle. So I'm going to go to the Autofill Handle first. And in here I have rows 1 through 12 indicating quiz 1 through 12, all the months of the year, days of the week, tests, and some other information that I want you to recreate down here starting on row 16. So I'm just going to scroll down a little bit. So hover over the autofill handle until it changes to a thin plus sign, and I want it to go to quiz 12. So as you hold and drag, you'll see all the quizzes and keep going until you get to row 27, which is quiz 12. And then I want all the months of the year. So select the first one, January, hover to the fill handle, and go all the way down. You'll see all the months of the year. If you went past December, it would start all over again, but we'll stop on row 27. And then I'll do all the days of the week, and I'll stop at Sunday. And again, if you kept going, it would start all over again, but I'll stop on Sunday. Test 1, I want all the way to test 12. Now this one's unique. It's miles per hour, and it's increasing by tens. So if I actually used my fill handle here, I would get 61, 62, so forth. So when it's something unique, you have to at least do 2 so that Excel will recognize your pattern. So this one is increasing by tens, so I'd have to select both. But before I do that, because I could do it one at a time, one column at a time, I noticed that beats per minute is increasing by 20s. So it'll be 100, 120, 140, 160, so forth. Coins are increasing by the quarter, so 75, 100. So I can actually select all 6 of these cells and then use my fill handle. So you'll notice column E should increase by tens. Column F is increasing by 20s, and column G increased by quarters. So I could have done them individually. Make sure, though, I have to at least select the 2 so that it recognizes the pattern, or I could have done them all at the same time. For column H, what happens when the year ends? So if you hover down and you're seeing the rest of December, when December 31st, 2023, it automatically starts the new year. So this one, I wanted to continue to go up a year. And if I hover down here, I'm getting all 2001. Again, it's on that copy fill cells, and I'll choose fill series. So I get all the years. And the last one, column J, I want it to rotate blood pressure, pulse rate, respiratory, blood pressure. So it continues the pattern of all 3. So you need to select all 3 first with the open plus sign, then your fill handle and drag it down, and it'll rotate in that same pattern. So that's extended flash fill. Now I'll go back to the Fabulous Fruit worksheet. And in here I have fruit supplier, but it's incomplete. So you should be sitting in B8, and the fruit supplier for the Peach Passion is Hawaii. So if I actually just type in H, it already recognizes it. So I just press enter because it's within the same column. This one is Florida. So I do have to type the second letter because there's 2 that start with F. So I'll type the L and it recognizes it. This one will be fruit, so I have to type the R. There we go. And then Georgia. And then I'll start the pattern all over again and finish with Florida. In column E, I need to create a formula that will multiply the 490 units sold at $59.95. So in E4, all formulas start with equals. I'm going to click C4, and I'm going to type asterisk for multiply, and then I'm going to click D4. So it's C4, the blue, times D4. Notice it's showing here in the formula bar as well. And I could press enter, and it takes me down to the next row, and I could do the formula all over again. But instead, I'm going to do something different. Equals C4 times D4. Instead of pressing enter because it brings me down to the next row, I'm going to use this check mark in the formula bar, which also, if you hover over, it says enter. So what it does is it will give me the answer for this multiplication, but it remains right in this cell, so I don't have to go back up. And then I'll use my fill handle. So I need a sum here, so auto sum. So we'll add equal sum E4 to E13, perfect. And then, whoops, I shouldn't have done that. E4 to E13, let me do it again. There we go. Didn't make sure. Is it E4 to E13? Perfect. I don't need a sum for the unit price, but I will do a sum for the quantity sold. So auto sum, C4 to C13, just press enter or check mark. So this column is actually pretty large for column A, so I'm going to hover up here and make it a little bit smaller so that everything fits nicely. And now I want to see how this would show on a printout. So I'll choose File, and I'm just focusing on this page, not the other flash fill. So I'll choose Print, and this is Print Preview. So it is showing that it does fit. It's in landscape. Let me see if it would have fit in portrait. So I'll choose portrait. And as you can see here, units price, it's 1 of 2. So it didn't fit. So that's why it was put in landscape. So I'll put it back to landscape. The only thing is it's up in the left-hand corner, which is the default setting. And it already has the date and the time. So I'm just going to remove that and put it back in just to show you. So in page setup, it's already in landscape. I'm going to go to header and footer, and I am going to go to custom header, and I'm going to delete where it says your name. I'll go into custom footer. I'm going to delete the date, and then I'll delete the file name, and we're going to start that one fresh. So if I click OK, everything's removed. Okay, so what you want to do, again, page setup icon on the bottom. The link. Page is good, should be landscape. I'm going to go to margins. Right now, notice it's in the upper left corner. I want it to center on the page horizontally, which is left to right, and vertically. So it's up and down. You can stay right here. I'm just going to show you that it brought it down and it's centered perfectly. So centered both horizontally and vertically. Now I'll go back to header. And you can choose, do you want it to be at the top or at the bottom, or you can do a mixture of both like the last one. But I'm going to choose custom header. Either way, if you choose custom header or custom footer, you get the same 3 sections, left, center, and right. On the left section, I want today's date. So it's a formula. Just click insert date, and it'll put in the current calculated date on the computer. In the center section, I want this file name up here, but instead of typing it, just click insert file name. And again, it is a formula. And then the last section, just type your name. And then I'll click OK. And if you wanted to, just on the bottom, the custom footer, in the center section, instead of having the file name, I could have that, I think it was called Fabulous Fruit, the name of the worksheet. So this is insert sheet name. So I can put that in. And OK. And OK. There it is. Fabulous Fruit, the name of the workbook. This is the worksheet, the date, and your name. We'll get into later on where right now you do not see the other worksheet because it's only showing the active worksheet. So that was the one that I had on display. I didn't have this one. So it's only showing this active worksheet. We'll get into that later on, but this is what you should have for the Fabulous Fruit. And that's a save and submit. Thank you.